Hello students, today we'll be discussing our worksheet 43 and today we will be starting our chapter 5 periodic classification of elements. As we know that matter which is present all around us is in the form of either elements, compounds or mixtures. Now the elements, they are the substances which contains only single type of atoms, and example given is like sodium, magnesium. We can also take like aluminium, carbon, etc. There are 118 elements known to us, and these 118 elements, they have different properties, and out of these 118 only 98 are naturally occurring elements. Now these elements, they are just to make our study simple and in an organized manner, we have classified these elements into groups and periods. So that means these elements are classified just to make our study easy and in an organized manner. We can also see an example in our house, like in a kitchen. So if all the plates are kept on one side, spoons on one side, that means we have arranged everything in a systematic manner. Or in a bookshelf, is if we see that we have placed a similar type of books on one side, so just so that whenever we need anything, we can easily take it out. So in the same manner, these elements are also classified. Why? Just to make our study simple, easy and in an organized manner. So in earlier attempts were just these elements were classified into metals and non-metals, but further classifications were tried out as the elements, as the knowledge of these elements and their properties was increased. Now we will see the theory of different scientists. So first of all, we'll study the Daubernier triad theory. Daubernier was a German chemist and he tried to arrange these elements into groups. So he arranged these elements in the increasing atomic masses in a group of 3. So as there is a group of 3, so it is known as triad, and having similar chemical properties. So these 3 elements were arranged in such a manner that the middle element, the atomic mass of the middle element was roughly the average of the atomic mass of the 2 elements. For example, if we consider a series lithium, sodium and potassium, atomic mass of lithium is 6.9, that of potassium is 39. So if we add 39 and 6.9, it comes out to be 45.9, and the average of 2, that will give you 22.9. So that means 22.9 is nearly equal to 23, which is the atomic mass of sodium. So this is Daubernier's triad theory, in which the atomic mass of the middle element is the average of the other 2 elements. But this theory was applicable, or at the time of Daubernier only, he was able to identify the 3 triads. Now as we are seeing here, which were the 3 triads? That was lithium, sodium, potassium, calcium, strontium, barium and chlorine, bromine, iodine. So only these 3 triads were identified at that time. So this is one of the limitation of Daubernier triad, and hence the system of classification of these triad was not found useful. Why? Because it was not applicable to all the elements. Now next is the Newland's law of octaves. What does this octave means? That the every 8th element has the properties similar to the first element, and in case of Newland law of octave, again the atoms were arranged in the increasing atomic masses. So and it was compared to the properties, or it was compared to the 7 notes of music. As we know that the 7 notes of music are sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. So these are the 7 notes and again the eighth note is similar to that of the first note. So in this way, in the similar manner, the law of octave is there, in which the every eighth element has the property similar to the first one. For example, if we put here hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and again with hydrogen comes here fluorine, so that means the property of fluorine and hydrogen similar. Below lithium comes sodium, means property of lithium and sodium is similar, and so on. So this was known as law of octave. Octave means eighth, that every eighth element is repeating its property to that of the first element. Again, this Newland's law of octave, it has certain limitation. Now what are these limitations? First is that it is applicable only up to calcium, that means only lighter elements, and the properties of new discovered element did not fit into the law of octaves. To fit these elements into this table, what does Newland has done? It put even two elements together in one slot, as we are seeing here, that these two elements, they are placed in the same position here also. So, and these elements, these are unlike elements having different properties which are placed together. So these are the limitations of Newland's law of octave. And students, we have to along with the definition, you should also remember what were the limitations of Daubernier triad and Newland's law of octave. Means a definition, example, and the limitations. Now let us see the question answer. What is the first question? What was the need for classification of element? So what does the first question suggest? As we have just seen before also, the need of classification was to make our study easy and in an organized manner. We need to classify these elements. Now second question is, write down three elements that show Daubernier's triad. So as we have taken the example of lithium, sodium and potassium, we have just taken this example, lithium, sodium and potassium. So we are having three triads, so we can write any one of these triad. Each triad is having three elements. Third is, Newland divided elements into horizontal row of 8 elements. So this is false. Write down the two drawbacks of Newland's law of octave. As we have just seen, the drawbacks or the limitations was that it is applicable only up to calcium, and the newly discovered elements did not fit into the Newland's law of octaves. Next question is, can following group of elements be classified as Daubernier triad? So we have given two groups, sodium, silicon and chlorine, beryllium, magnesium and calcium. Now let us calculate the first one, that is sodium, silicon and chlorine. Atomic mass of sodium given is 23 and that of chlorine given is 35. So if we calculate 35 plus 23, that will give you 58, and when it is divided by 2, it will give you 29. And atomic mass of silicon is 28. So that means this group of elements is not being classified as Daubernier triad, as silicon is having atomic mass 28. Now let us see for the second one. Second one is beryllium, magnesium and calcium. So atomic mass of beryllium given is 9, that of calcium is 40. So 40 plus 9 will give you 49. When it is divided by 2, it will give you 24.5. And this 24.5 is roughly equal to magnesium. 0.5 is greater, but it is near about similar to magnesium. So that means this second group of elements can be classified as Daubernier triad. So hope students this worksheet must be clear to you, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe the channel, and thank you for watching this video.